Glad to have you with us in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Centennial Bank Stadium, home to the Red Wolves of Arkansas State, and fans have been fired up for this one all day. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, squaring off with another Sun Belt foe, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ragin Cajuns will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Arkansas State Red Wolves offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run designed runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's going to pass. Quickly complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Red Wolves are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Tuggle. At the 35, he's loose. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And it's caught! Touchdown, Arkansas State!
The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they just need a few inches for the first down, but they've got 3 receivers spread to the right. Power football with the run. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Ragin Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Offense gets set for second down. The back goes in motion. On second down, just keeps firing. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Back to the air one more time. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Using the quick game. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ragin Cajun. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. quick handoff. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. We played 1, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. He's looking to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Fires it. Caught over the middle. It's Tuggle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Buys a little time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the ball is picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
This guy is so comfortable in zone coverage. They're playing cover 2, and he's just back there roaming around in the middle of the field. He's so confident in his speed to break on the ball. As soon as he saw where the QB was trying to go with it, he put his heel on the ground, accelerated, and made the pick.
1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Red Wolves will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And that pass picked off. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Offense getting set for first down. He leaves it with his back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he could not get loose on the run.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. The Red Wolves have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And the Red Wolves look to keep this drive humming.
29 Philly, 2-9.
Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now,
a shot toward the end zone. And just too much on that pass, too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Yeah, and when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires it incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. From the gun. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really...
Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws for the tight end. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Jonesboro when that town is buzzing as it is today. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Centennial Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Red Wolves will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
From just inside their own 20, it's 2nd and 9 from the 19. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Number 81. You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Louisiana, 24. Arkansas State, 10.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He smashes his way through again. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover. Set
throws toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. After the misfire now on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Ragin' Cajuns. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Tackled, but he has a first down. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on the tracks.
Yeah, receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Red Wolves come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Floating away. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
31, Arkansas State, 13.
Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been...
Off to the races to the right. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Louisiana. And the punishment has been extended. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
38, Arkansas State, 13.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll go right back to him. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got his man quickly. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's right on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
At the 30. 3rd down coming.
That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Ragin Cajuns are on the move. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He caught it. Ball's out. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Oh, man, and for the defense, you're just like, dang it, if that would have just stayed inbound for a second longer, we could have got the ball, maybe made some momentum, something happened, but the offense definitely dodged a bullet on that.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. They want to throw it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Cajuns. And the pummeling has started.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And it's up and no good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Got his man in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Going downfield for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly. And
he lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Ragin' Cajuns getting set on 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Makes one man miss. And is slipped out. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Ragin' Cajuns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The Red Wolves will try to pin them back with the punt. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. It's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Stopped after making the catch.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Ragin' Cajuns send out the punt unit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W?
Oh, there's the ball. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Going up top on first down. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. Delivers the contact. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening it. Now it's second and goal. The aerial assault continues. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down.
Let's go.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Between the uprights, it's good. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
Arkansas State, 16.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on second and 14. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And that last run leaves him with a third down. Will they keep it on the ground? From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Ragin' Cajuns are in the hurry-up.
It's fourth down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Ragin' Cajuns will snap it on first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw. Quickly complete.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game...
Lost one deep down the right side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Louisiana. And the stomping has commenced.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
To advance on the football.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. It'll be a draw. At the 40, there he goes. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's another Red Wolves.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.